Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are fine and safe while staying well at your homes. Yes, children, let us start today's lecture. This is class 10th, subject mathematics, chapter number 3, pair of linear equations in two variables, lecture number 11, exercise 3.6 and 3.7. That is optional exercise, and the content, children, I am going to cover from NCERT. Children, in previous lecture I made you understand the word problem sums based on reducing a pair of linear equations to a pair of linear equations. Today we are going to continue with the word problems based on the same method, and along with it I am going to take optional exercise also. So the topics to be covered are word problems based on reducing a pair of linear equation to a pair of linear equations, and exercise 3.7, that is optional exercise containing all hordes. So let us start, children. This is the last question which is left from exercise 3.6. So I am going to read the question. Please be alert. This is question number 2, third part. Ruhi travels 300 km to her home partly by train and partly by bus. Fine. She takes 4 hours if she travels 60 km by train and the remaining by bus. Children, up to here you may have understood that 300 km is the total distance covered by the girl. In case number 1, the girl is going to cover 60 km by train and the remaining she is covering by bus. That would be 240 km, of course. And how much is the time taken by the girl? That is 4 hours. Let us continue. If she travels 100 km by train and the remaining by bus, she takes 10 minutes longer. Means in case number 2, if the girl is going to cover 100 km by train and the remaining distance, definitely that would be 200 km, because the total distance is 300 km. Right, children? So she is going to take 10 minutes more than the previous timings. Find the speed of the train and the bus separately. Understood? So let us assume that the speed of the train is x km per hour and the speed of the bus is y km per hour. Now, children, in case 1, Ruhi travels 60 km by train and the remaining 240 km, because the total distance is 300 km, by bus. And how much time the girl is going to take? That is 4 hours. Children, yesterday also I made you understand, when you will be knowing about the distance, you will be knowing about the speed, then this is very simple to calculate time. The same formula I am going to adopt over here. Distance upon speed is equal to time. Fine. So, in case 1, 60 km is covered by a train. So, that definitely 60 upon x. What is x? X is the speed of the train. So 60 upon x will give you the time, plus how much is the remaining distance? That is 240 km. 240 km is covered by with which speed? That is y, kilometer per hour. And how much is the total time taken by the child? That is 4 hours. So it would become 60 upon x plus 240 upon y is equal to 4. From here, children, what can I do? I can take 4 as common. After taking 4 as common, you will be getting 15 upon x plus 60 upon y is equal to 1. Understood? Now let us discuss case 2. What is to be done in case 2, children? Ruhi travels 100 km by train, and how much is the remaining distance? That definitely it will be 200 km, because the total distance is 300 km. So this 200 km she travelled by bus, And how much time she is going to take? She is taking 10 minutes more. So definitely in case 1, the girl was going to take 4 hours. 4 hours she is taking here as well. Plus 10 minutes more. So I am going to convert this 10 minute into hour. Definitely it would become 10 upon 60. 0 and 0 both are going to be cancelled. It would become 1 upon 6 hours. Because it is asked that it is going to be take 10 minutes more. Fine. So hours will be added in hours. 4 hours the girl was taking in case 1. She was taking in case 1 plus 1 upon 6 hours. So after solving it, what I am going to get, children? I have taken 6 as LCM. It would become 24 plus 1, that is 25 upon 6 hours. This is the total time taken by the girl in case 2. Fine. Now I am going to form the linear equation for case 2. 100 kilometer is travelled by train. So this is the distance. And what is the speed of the train? That is x. So total time, that would become 100 upon x plus 200 kilometer is covered by bus. So that is 200 upon y. What is this y? Y is the speed of the bus. Fine. Now what is the total time taken when the girl was going to cover the completed distance? That is 25 upon 6. Clear, children? Now from left hand side I am going to take 25 as common. It would become 4 upon x plus 8 upon y. Because 8 into 25 will give you 200. Right? Is equal to 25 upon 6. This 25 I have taken on right hand side. Here 25 was multiplied. So definitely when it will go on another side of equal to, it will be divided. So what will you get here, children? 25 upon 6 into 1 upon 25. 25 and 25 both are going to be cancelled. Children, you have got 4 upon x plus 8 upon y is equal to 1 upon 6. Now by cross multiplying we get 24 upon x plus 48 upon y is equal to 1. This we have got after cross multiplying. Now see, children, what I have done. This has become equation number 2. This is equation number 1. Please recognize which type is used here. Definitely reducing a pair of linear equation to another pair of linear equation, which is nothing but the generalized form. Because here, children, this is not the generalized form. I told you in generalized form the variables always come at the numerator, right? But here you can see that the variables are at denominator place, right? So 1 upon x and 1 upon y I have assumed as u as well as v. What equation number 2 will become, children? Please be focused. First of all, equation number 1. This will become 15u plus 60v is equal to 1. I have given it another name, that is equation number 3. And equation number 2 will become 24u plus 48v is equal to 1. That has become equation number 4. Fine. Now we are going to eliminate them. What I am going to do, I am going to multiply equation number 3 by 4 and equation number 4 by 5 so that I can eliminate any of the variables. Fine. Any of the two variables. So what will I get, children? It would be 60u after multiplying 15 by 4 plus 60 into 4, that would be 240v is equal to 4 ones are 4. 5 into 24 will give you 120u plus 48 into 5 will give you 240v is equal to 5 into 1, that will give you 5. Now subtracting 240v will be cancelled with 240v. So what will you get, children? Minus 60u is equal to minus 1. So u is equal to minus 1 upon minus 60. Both are going to be cancelled. You have got 1 upon 60. Now put the value of u in equation number 3. What is equation number 3? It is 15u plus 60v is equal to 1. So I am going to insert, I am going to substitute the value of u in equation number 3. So 15 into, at place of u I am putting 1 upon 60 plus 60v is equal to 1. 15 ones are 15, 15 fours are 60. So what will you get? 1 upon 4 plus 60v is equal to 1. So 60v is equal to 1 minus 1 upon 4, that is 3 upon 4. So what is the value of v? 3 upon 4 will come as it is. Here 60 is multiplying with v. Will go on RHS side, so will be divided into 1 upon 60. 3 ones are 3, 3 20s are 60. So you will get 1 upon 80. So what was my assumption? I assumed 1 upon x is equal to u, that is 1 upon 60. 1 upon y is equal to v, that is 1 upon 80. After taking reciprocal, children, x is equal to 60 and y is equal to 80. Understood? So the speed of the train is x, which is actually equal to 60 kilometer per hour. Fine. This is the value of speed of the train. In the same manner, you have to tell the speed of the bus also. So can I write speed of the bus is equal to y is equal to 80 kilometer per hour. Understood, children? Now let us switch to the HOTS questions related to exercise 3.7, that is optional exercise of NCERT. Children, I am going to take the very first question. Please be alert. The ages of two friends, Annie and Biju, differ by 3 years. Means the difference between the ages of both the friends is 3 years. But we do not know who is elder than the other, right? Annie's father Dharam is twice as old as Annie's father. The comparison of the age of Annie and his father Dharam is done now. The age of his father Dharam is twice as old as Annie's age. Fine. And Biju is twice as old as his sister Kathy's age. Now the age of Kathy, who is the sister of Biju, their ages are compared, right? Biju is twice the age of her sister, his sister, right? It means Kathy is half of his brother's Biju's age, right? The ages of Kathy and Dharam differ by 30 years. Now the ages of Dharam and Kathy. Kathy is the sister of Biju and Dharam is the father of Annie. They are compared. What is the difference between their ages? That is 30 years. Now find the age of Annie and Biju. Understood statement? Now children, let us start its solution. Let the ages of Annie and Biju be x years and y years respectively. According to the question, we know that the difference between their ages is 3 years. So here I have written x minus y is equal to plus minus 3. What does it mean? Here we do not know what is bigger. Either x can be bigger, means the age of Annie can be more than the age of Biju, or Biju can be elder than Annie. Fine. So how to understand it? Please be alert. For example, if Annie is elder than Biju by 3 years, so definitely because the difference is given, bigger minus smaller will be written, right? So x minus y is equal to 3. This is case 1. Now for case 2, children, please be focused. Suppose if the age of Biju, that is y years, is more than the age of Annie, that is x years. So definitely the difference between their ages will be 3, that is y minus x is equal to 3. Here children, I am going to take minus 1 as common. It would become minus y plus x. Here also you can write 3 as minus into 3, right? So minus and minus both will be cancelled. So children, what I have got? I have got x minus y is equal to minus 3. This is actually written here. X minus y is equal to minus 3. Understood these both the cases? Clear? Okay. Now, age of Annie's father Dharam. As per the statement, the age of father's age is double the age of his son. So that would be 2x years. Now the age of Biju's sister. Because Biju was double of his sister's age. So definitely sister will be half of his brother's age, her brother's age. So that will be equivalent to y upon 2 years. Now children, according to question, the difference between the age of the Kathy and Dharam is 3 years. You know that Dharam is the father of the child. Fine. So definitely the age of the father will be more than the sister of another child, right? So I have written 2x minus y upon 2 is equal to 30. After taking LCM, children, I have got 4x minus y. That LCM will be multiplied by 30 equivalent to 60. Fine. Now children, I have made two cases. In case number 1, you had equation x minus y is equal to 3. But in case number 2, you have equation x minus y is equal to minus 3. Clear? So both the cases we have to consider in this question. But equation number 2 will remain as it is in both the cases because there is no variation in it. Fine. So 4x minus y is equal to 60. Here you can see minus y after changing the sign, after subtracting equation number 2 from equation number 1. I am just going to change the sign. So children, I have got minus y plus y. Both will be cancelled. Here I have got minus 3x is equal to minus 57. So x is equal to 57 upon 3. That is actually 19. Clear? Put the value of x in equation number 1. This is equation number 1. X minus y is equal to 3. So at place of x I am writing 19 minus y is equal to 3. Minus y is equal to 3 minus 19. That is minus 16. Both minus cancelled, or even you can multiply the complete equation by minus 1. So you will be getting y is equal to 16. So in case 1, these are the two ages. One is x is equal to 19. This is age of Annie. And another is y is equal to 16. That is age of Biju. It is which case? When we are going to take that Annie is elder than Biju by 3 years. Understood? Now in case 2, we have to use another equation that I have told you. How did I form? X minus y is equal to minus 3. Second equation, no change, will be written as it is. Now I am subtracting equation number 2 by equation number. Here children, I have given the another equation as this name, that is 1a. Fine. So minus y and plus y will be cancelled with each other. You will be getting minus 3x is equal to minus 63. So what is the value of x? 21. Put this value of x, that is 21, in equation number 1a. This is 1a. X minus y is equal to minus 3. So 21 minus y, at place of x I have put here 21. 21 minus y is equal to minus 3. Minus y is equal to minus 3 minus 21, that is minus 24. So what is y? Y is equal to 24. So hence, what are the new ages now children? Let us discuss about both the ages. Annie's age in case 1. What was Annie's age? That was 19 years. But in case 2, his age is 21 years. And in case 1 only, in case 2 it was 21 years. Now Biju's age. In case 1 it was 16 years. And in case 2 it was 24 years. Let us verify. The difference between their ages is 3 years. But here Annie is elder than Biju by 3 years. Correct? Here Biju is elder than Annie by 3 years. So definitely Biju's age will be 3 years more than Annie's age. Understood children? Now children, this is question number 4 from exercise 3.7. Another holds. The students of a class are made to stand in rows. If 3 students are extra in a row, there would be 1 row less. Means if I am going to increase the number of students in each row, then 1 row will be automatically reduced. Fine. If 3 students are less in a row, means the number of the students are going to be reduced in each row, then there would be 2 rows more. Definitely rows will be increased because the same strength we have to make stand in the class. Fine. Or we have to make them adjust in the same class. Fine. So find the number of the student in the class. What is to be done children? Let the number of the student in each row be x and the number of rows be y. So total number of student will be xy. Let us discuss. Suppose in your class there are 5 children sitting in 1 row and number of rows are 6. So can you please tell me how many children will be sitting in the class? That is 5 into 6 equivalent to 30. Correct? The same concept I have applied over here. So the total number of student will be x into y. That is number of student in each row will be multiplied by number of rows. That is xy. Now in case number 1. If there is 1 row, what is given in case number 1? 3 students are extra in a row. Means if earlier the student were x, now 3 students are extra. So definitely it would become x plus 3. Then 1 row will be reduced. What is row children? Y minus 1. But the same strength will be there. That is xy. Clear children? So after simplifying, xy minus x plus 3 into y, that is 3y minus 3 is equal to xy. xy and xy both are going to be cancelled. So you have got minus x plus 3y is equal to 3. This is equation number 1. Now let us discuss case number 2. In case number 2, 3 students are less. Three students are less and 2 rows are more. So adopt the same strategy. Now 3 students are less, x minus 3, and definitely the rows will be increased, that will be equivalent to y plus 2, but the strength would remain same. After simplifying them, children, I have got xy plus 2x minus 3y minus 6 is equal to xy. xy cancel. So 2x minus 3y is equal to 6. This is equation number 2. Equation number 1 I have written again. Here children, luckily I had 3y with negative sign and 3y with positive. So I am going to add both the equations. So what I have got children, x is equal to 9. Putting the value of x in equation number 1. What is equation number 1? X minus x plus 3y is equal to 3. So this is minus 9. At place of x I have put here 9 plus 3y is equal to 3. So 3y is equal to 3 plus 9. Correct? That is equivalent to 12. So what is the value of y? That is 4. So children, x is equal to 9. What is x actually? The number of the student in each row. And y is equal to 4. Correct? And what is y? Number of rows. Now what is asked in the question? You have to tell the total number of student in the class. How did we calculate that? X into y, that is 9 into 4 is equal to 36. That's it for the day. Children, you please note down your mathematics homework. You have to do question number 2, 3. 3 is just based on this question number 4. Question number 6, 8. In 8th question, you will be having a cyclic quadrilateral given. You know what are the properties of the cyclic quadrilateral? The property which you have to apply in this question is that the sum of the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degree. Fine, you apply it and you will be able to solve the question. And 7th question, A part. They all are related to exercise 3.7, that is optional. You have to do in homework notebook along with classwork questions. Understood children? And related to the discussion about homework question, I gave you only question number 1H part of exercise 3.6. And related to that, I have already taken the question. So I don't think that you will be having any doubt in that. Thank you and have a nice day.